His mentality and his competitive spirit is what has separated him from his peers. And this guy, quite frankly, and no disrespect to anybody else, was on another level. And he's proven that now in his journey and his trek to the major leagues.
The next pitch, swing and a miss, another strikeout. How about 5 of them through the first 2 innings of this game?
Danny Hultzen completely set the standard of what you want as a student athlete, not just in our baseball program, but at the University of Virginia. This guy was an excellent student. He was a scholar athlete here, and he was a tremendous competitor on the field and cared about his team first. And you know, you think about his time here at the University of Virginia, he helped pitch us to our first College World Series appearance in 2009, a #1 ranking in 2010, and back to the College World Series in 2011.
Wahoo! We're going back to Omaha!
He did it all and left here as the highest drafted player ever in our baseball program, and you know, really helped take Virginia baseball to a completely another level. How I felt for Danny when he was drafted, you know, 2nd overall was certainly excitement, but you know, pride for him. You know, so proud of him that, you know, knowing who he is and the way he goes out about his business, he deserved that opportunity, and he earned every bit of that. He started his trek to the major leagues with the Mariners organization, and #1 prospect in the organization, was flying through the organization, had unbelievable numbers in AA with the Mariners, and you know, was on the brink of just making his debut in the major leagues and really making that big splash. And then all of a sudden, you know, the shoulder started to come up. And you know, we got the news that, you know, he had shoulder injury, and then he was going to need to require significant shoulder surgery and multiple surgeries to, you know, kind of keep it together and give him a chance. And for a lot of people, that's a death sentence in our game. You know, less than a 50% success rate to ever come back and pitch again, let alone potentially pitch in the major leagues. And you know, this has been a long road for him. And anytime he was rehabbing and doing throwing programs, he was doing it here at UVA because he really valued our trainer Brian McGuire, who did yeoman's work with Danny through this whole process. You know, when I got the message the other night about, you know, him being called up to the major leagues with the Cubs, I just, you know, this huge smile came on my face, and I was texting with Coach Kuhn, who was instrumental in Danny's development and his career. It's hard to say nobody deserves it more, because there's a lot of people that go through some tough times, but man, this guy's been through a lot, and his perseverance, his mental toughness, his fortitude, you know, a lot of guys that had signed what he signed for in the draft, in the 2nd pick overall, would have just said, it's not worth it for me. But not Danny Hultzen. All that he wanted to do was play the game of baseball, and played at the highest level. If you stick your nose in there and keep grinding it out, maybe it can work out for you.